So I want to share a story with you real quick. And then from there, I'll probably call it a day. There will be goodies tonight. That's what we call our edibles, goodies. So chances are you'll see me in Asia and possibly even Kari acting a fool. I so look forward to my weekends. I really do. You hear this, I've got this monotone kind of tone in my voice tonight. I feel fine. I'm just ready to go home, you know? So I want to share this story with you. I don't know how to explain it without a visual, but at my station, you've got a train going one way and going out, going the other way. Headed towards downtown, it's called the inbound side. Headed away from downtown, outbound. So the outbound train has pulled up and people are getting off. And you can hear the bell ringing because the arms come down and the bell rings to let you know, hey, there's a train. So there's a guy and he's got on his headphones and he gets off the outbound train and he's just trying to cross the tracks. But if you look up overhead, you can see that the wires are doing their thing because the train going inbound is also coming. But you can't see it because the outbound train is in the way. So I see it because that's my job. And I see this dude walking towards it. And I had one of those Final Destination kind of Pet Cemetery moments where you see the truck and you see the little boy and then you see the truck and then you see the little boy and then you hear the truck slam on the brakes and then you see the ball bouncing away. It was like that. In my head, I saw what was about to happen to this dude. So I screamed, hey man, look out, hey. And he don't hear me. He don't hear me at all. So on instinct, I didn't even mean it. Like, it was terrible. He was sagging, which was messed up. I grabbed him. And I meant to reach out and I just grabbed him, but I ended up grabbing like the back of his shirt and I yanked him back. And yanking him back, he fell over and his pants kind of fell down even more. So he gets up and he pulls up his pants and he snatches his earbuds out and he's like, man, what the fuck? What's going on, nigga? What you want to do? I'm like, hey, dog, train. You almost died. He was like, still, man, you don't be grabbing on motherfuckers like that. It's like, so would you rather I had let you die? So he's causing a whole commotion. The train driver opens the door on the opposite side. You're not supposed to do that. He opens it on that side. He comes out. He's like, hey, man, you need to calm down. This brother just saved your life. He was like, but you don't grab on it. I'm from the street. You don't grab on street niggas like that. You know what happened to niggas who grab on street niggas? They get the heat. It's like, I wish I could make this up. They get the heat. So he's causing a big old fuss. They call the police. The police come out. Now, it just so happens that they have their own police department. You know, they deal with regional transit stuff. They got there fairly quickly. And it's like, okay, what's the situation? What happens? And this dude is like, this motherfucker grabbed me and pushed me down to the ground. That's assault. I want to push charges. I'm like, not press charges. He want to push charges. Let me stress that. He wanted to push charges. So they come to me and it's like, hey, what happened? I was like, he had in his earbuds. The inbound train was coming. He wasn't paying attention. I called out to him. He didn't hear me. So to save his life, I grabbed the back of his shirt and snatched him back. Had his pants been up, he probably wouldn't have fallen over. So they got to get on the phone with Video One. You call Video One. And they asked to review the footage. Now, the cameras, they've already said that the cameras at my station are less than desirable. But it's the middle of the day, so you assuming it'll be okay. They find the footage. They look at it. I didn't get to see it. You know, they didn't show it to me, but I was there. I lived it. I didn't need to see it. So they look at the footage, and they go to the guy, and it's like, this gentleman just saved your life. He was like, but you don't grab on street niggas like that. He was like, look, you need to just move on. You have a good day. And he came over to me. The cops came over to me. He shook my hand. He was like, that was good thinking. That was real quick thinking, man. Good work. I was like, hey, man, it's no problem. You know, it's not a big deal. So the police get in the car and they pull off. And he's like, hey, nigga, what we gonna do about this, though? I want to push charges. And they're just ignoring him. So the guy, I don't know. I don't know what people be thinking. I really don't. But his pants are still not quite up. He was like, man, don't let me catch you out on the streets, nigga. You don't grab on street niggas. I'ma see you, nigga. I'ma see you. It's like, man, I should have just said nothing. I should have just let the train hit him. But I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not. It's just so much for the Good Samaritan law, right? At least the cops knew. But if you saved my life, I think I'd be grateful. You know, hey, man, I appreciate that. Even if you don't feel like his life was saved, he was spared from serious injury. I don't know if you've ever seen a light rail. A light rail car by itself is 20 tons. That you think the average car is 2 tons? A light rail car is 20 tons. Now you multiply that by the fact that there's usually 2 or 3 cars connected to it. So you're talking 60 tons going at about 40 to 45 miles an hour, and it can't stop. You can't just stop on a dime. You can't just hit the brake. That's a process. So even if you slowed it down, if you were going 40, if you were able to hit the brakes and it slowed down half, you're talking about 60 tons coming at you at 20 miles an hour. It's death. It's death. And this cat was worried about me wrinkling his shirt, and he wanted to throw hands because I saved him. Go figure, man. Go figure. And I had to do paperwork. I hate doing paperwork. There was a whole report I had to do. I don't know. People are weird.